What is up, guys? My name's iirix. Today I'm going to be reviewing a card that I have mixed feelings on. I'm excited for it, but at the same time, I don't ever really plan on using it outside of draft. So it's kind of like it's cool, but I don't know. Today's card is Elder Deep-Fiend. For 8, you get a 5/6 with Flash. It has Emerge 5 blue, so you can make them a little bit cheaper than 8. Well, if you sacrifice something that costs 0, like an Ornithopter, but anything else will make them even cheaper than that. That's the part I like a lot. But when you cast Elder Deep-Fiend, tap up to 4 target permanents. That is really cool to me because it flashes and it's got a merge, which you can do. It doesn't take away the 2 blue, but that's okay. But you can emerge it at instant speed to respond to their attackers, or at the end of their turn, if they happen to have a couple lands up, you could tap their lands so that you feel more like it's a little bit of an insurance kind of thing. You know that they're not going to have any tricks during your combat or anything since they have no lands. And I like that a lot. It is a 5/6 for 8, which you can put into any deck. And the Emerge has the blue in it. So while in EDH it is technically labeled blue, everywhere else it is a colorless card. So, you know, it's nice. You can put it anywhere you want, and I foresee this being somewhat common in green decks since they ramp up pretty well. If they even choose to use it. Who knows if they will, but blue and or green decks, I see this being a thing. Not really anywhere else, but I do like it, and I'll probably pick up 1 or 2 for EDH, probably for stuff like Oloro. My Oloros, I label it Pillow Fort, and so slow games, you know, and I drain the opponent slowly. And this kind of is nice. It's got a big body and tapped permanents. I'm also thinking about it for Grand Arbiter Augustin IV because that guy is super taxing, you know. And then put this in some blink decks like Rune or Sharoom. Those are pretty heavy. Well, most people build them heavy on blink, especially Rune, obviously. But Sharoom, I've seen a lot of blink Sharoom type decks. I think this would be great in there to just every single turn you make the opponent tap 4 permanents. That's going to be annoying as hell. But anyway, what I have to say about Elder Deep-Fiend for draft, I'm going to give it a 4 today because that is some scary stuff for you to go and just be like, oh yeah, at the end of your turn, tapped. Sucks to be you, buddy. You know, and you could do that to their lands, to their blockers, or you could do it on their combat, to their attackers. And in draft, a 5/6 is a very respectable body. For standard, a 3. I'm foreseeing this being played in not a lot, 1 or 2 of, probably in the sideboard. I have seen some we'll say the homebrew style decks. I'm not sure where they're coming from, so I don't want to go and say that they're not copying off the internet. But you know, I have seen some decks at my local game store where they are kind of toying with each color, but they're definitely dedicated to the eldrazi. One guy I know is super dedicated to getting Ulamog out on turn 5 or 6. And I don't think he's really settled on any colors yet. So I think this would be a fine inclusion to just kind of slow down the opponent. Or, you know, just give Ulamog a clear shot. But, I mean, Ulamog mills, so you're not super worried about dealing combat damage with him. He's going to kill no matter what, one way or another. But I have seen a few different standard decks playing different colors of Eldrazi, and I wouldn't be surprised if I see this guy pop up in standard. But again, not more than 1 or 2 of. It is definitely not a 4 of in any deck, I think. Modern a 2, I don't feel like this is a thing that you'll see ever. Yeah, it's like putting chill effects in your deck. Why are you playing chill effects in your deck? Unless it's a creature that chills something when it attacks, that is perfectly fine in my opinion. But to just use, like, you know, an instant that does it to one creature for once, it's like, no. So I don't think this will be seen play since taps 4 permanents and costs a lot of mana. EDH a 3 though, because of all the decks I mentioned before, like Rune, Sharoom, Grand Arbiter, slow and or blink decks. I see this being a thing. Anywhere else, maybe in a mono blue deck, if you're building one just for funsies. I don't know. I have a mono blue, and it's kind of counter and steal stuff. But, yeah. Anyway, that's what I had to say about Elder Deep-Fiend. If you have a different opinion, I'd like to hear it in the comments down below. If you like what I have to say, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel. You get more of those reviews in the future. Check out past reviews I've done, and thank you for watching. I will see you all next time.